A few of America's most elite sociopaths who loved playing Risk in college decided it would be fun to try to reinstate the fascist practices of the Third Reich, but in America. So in 1998, they drew up a contract of their vision. The American public had never seen anything like it before. The box, designed for children of all ages, seemed honestly presented in its brightly colored packaging. No one realized the game was to be played by only an elite group of players, or that 99% of Americans would fall victim to the printed tactics listed so innocently on the side of the box. These players began to work in the shadows to undermine the Constitution of these United States. Like gods, they fashioned the playing pieces after themselves, so each block was cut from the same grade of wood. After setting the stage in the year 2000, the big lies began, the cover-ups, the threats, and the fear peddling. It was always designed as a game of fear. We began to fear our neighbor, fear red states and blue, fear progressive or conservative, fear being bombed, poisoned, wiretapped, audited, and to fear that our hidden secrets would be revealed. It was a campaign of divide and conquer and to control the media. If they could create a population of fearful children, they could more easily control them. While the players spun their propaganda of lies, they systematically passed legislation in the dead of night that would allow them to steal trillions of dollars from the U.S. and Iraq, which was, of course, the whole point of their game. We the people were collateral damage. They illegally invaded a sovereign nation, stole its vast reserves of gold, its ancient antiquities, and its oil while killing over 1 million of its citizens. They even giddily flew $9 billion of our money in cash to Iraq, which immediately disappeared. They controlled our judicial system. They set the rules in Iraq that no individual or corporation except U.S. military personnel would be answerable to our U.S. laws. This stacking of blocks had become highly encouraged. The third phase of play was to break down our middle class. They used NAFTA to eliminate tariffs and to create huge trade deficits. Then they borrowed money from China and Saudi Arabia to finance 2 wars without taxation, while giving massive tax breaks to the very wealthy. They subsidized oil companies making record profits while their CEOs received hundreds of millions in bonuses. There was little oversight in the financial sector as well, so many hardworking Americans lost their retirement. Jobs were exported and cheap labor imported, so the middle class was forced to borrow from savings and equity to keep afloat. $9.5 billion was then spent to hire more IRS auditors to get even more money from the failing businesses, while huge corporations making hundreds of billions in Iraq were overlooked or moved their operations offshore to avoid scrutiny and prosecution. Terror is defined as a state of intense fear. Our population was in fear, and our leaders promised they would take care of us, protect us. They gave us the Department of Homeland Security. Every day it told us we had much to fear. They said the Patriot Act would protect us, yet they began illegal wiretapping of innocent Americans. They began search and seizure without judicial oversight. They were watching us. They used illegal torture at Guantanamo, Abu Ghraib, and other secret prisons. We feared being arrested without habeas corpus. They kept us immobilized. They gave us worthless strategies like duct tape and color-coded terror maps to keep us in fear. Like abusive parents, they continued to create fear to keep us in a fearful, childlike mentality. The players of the game were terrorists. They controlled the media with their propaganda of fear. They controlled what the public could know. They held the power over us, and nothing in our broken system of government could hold them accountable, not even Congress. It was soon clear that these wooden blocks did not have to follow any rules. Only we did. We the people are now at the brink of another Great Depression. They have played the game and they have won. They have stolen trillions of dollars, killed over 1 million innocent people, forced millions of people to be displaced and suffer immeasurable hardship, while they laugh at the world's stupidity. After all, we are merely collateral damage and their wealth is immeasurable. The game is not new. Every dictator and emperor since the beginning of time has used fear to control a population. If you have control of the media, you can use propaganda to get the population to do whatever you want. The game works as long as they can suppress the truth and keep the populace in a psychological state of the fearful child. No one would believe it could happen in America, but it did. The only way to end the nightmare here is to hold our abusers accountable for their atrocities. If we fail in that mission, it will repeat itself. We must never fail to recognize this game and how easily it can victimize the world and all its people.